That's why I think that I agreed with the Christian fundamentalists that they shouldn't have killed that gorgeous angel, that beautiful, fine piece of ass Terry Schiavo, right?
Yeah.
Because of her difference of ability.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's interesting. Is like the only reason I support taking the feeding tube out is to put her husband's penis in there. I don't understand why she's to be deprived of her sexual needs just because John Q. federal government wants to, stick his nose in a woman's decisions.
That's true. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That is pretty fucked up.
And, it's like we look at these people and we can learn a lot from them, It's like when you wear a diaper, everybody's worried about what bathroom is people supposed to, bathroom gender. Everybody's Johnny Gender today with the bathrooms.
Yeah.
You know what? Think about this for a second. When you're hooked up to a colostomy bag, every room is a bathroom.
That's right. That's right. So
hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot.
Oh God. Yeah. So would you fuck a girl with a colostomy? That's gonna be what hot is. You know how you and I talk about how we don't know really what hot is.
Yeah.
But we see enough hot girls do something. We're like, wearing tiny like thin sunglasses that you can't even look through. That's what hot girls do in Lower Manhattan. So that therefore is hot if you see it for 2 weeks.
Right. Having your eyebrows surgically removed. That's like a hot thing.
That's like a hot thing.
Yeah.
So if Emily Ratajkowski got a colostomy bag, and enough hot girls were doing it, I would automatically want to fuck.
I think the next move is no more colostomy bags. They just leave the hole open
and then just the shit.
And because it's like, who am I to say?
Right. That's beauty.
Fuck
your beauty.
I'm sorry.
standards.
Yeah. Can you hide your shit from us, please? That's incredibly rude.
Yeah, it is rude.
Why wouldn't you just leak feces all over the train? Why wouldn't you just leak feces all over the floor of Starbucks?
Yeah. I completely agree.
Who am I? The Pope? Who am I? Pope John Francis over here?
Yeah.
I can't just let a woman defecate out of a hole in her lower abdomen.
Yeah.
I think that I'd watch that show. It's a woman standing there, shit spraying out of her belly button.
She's a businesswoman, right?
She's
on the go.
A 3-inch diameter belly button. It's just firing feces out of her midsection.
Yeah. She knows what she wants also.
Yeah.
Right? She's a New York lady. She knows what she wants and she's gonna get it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's got a side ponytail, right? And like a big sweatshirt that's cut off so you can see obviously like the stoma spraying the shit out. And it's hooked over her shoulder and like leg warmers on. And we're like, okay, what is this? Clearly it's 1987.
An 80s vibe.
It's an 80s vibe.
Yeah.
And it's just a show of a woman shitting herself, but all the font looks like it's from a John Carpenter.
Yeah.
And it's the woman that shits herself on Netflix. And then we'll watch every episode of it. We're going to recap every episode of it because there's just something about it. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I just love the way it's shot. And there's there's an aesthetic to it that makes me feel good about what I'm doing. And I'm not sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah, and the writer's room is all women of color.
It's all women of color.
Yeah.
One of them is actually just covered in shit.
Well, that's her color. Oh God. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good show. I don't know. I don't know. Did you watch that? I think
I was laughing about imagining like